Collective of people that watch bird's eye view. Welcome back. Thanks for coming back. First of all, thanks for coming back. Um, I keep reiterating, but I won't do it forever. But I am very much a new tubing ass in these waters, so thank you for coming back. Um, for real, if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, drop a comment. I don't bite. I know I'm crazy and intense acting, but it's I'm actually very sweet and kind, okay? If you were to meet me in real life, you'd be like, what the fuck? You're such a crazy bitch online, but you're so sweet. Yeah. Something about these computer walls, right? These computer walls do something to people's egos. That's in my notes. These computer walls, keyboard warriors, people that are tough behind the screen but don't take it outside. Fucking assholes stealing identities, doing internet crimes. Cyber bullies, it's in my notes, I'll get to it, okay? But collective, first and foremost, I got my Palo Santo burning. It's got a nice red chip. We got a chip on our shoulder. It's got a nice red lipstick on the tip. It's a burning. It's a cleansing. It's a burning. Happy new moon in Sagittarius, by the way. Yeah, my moon's in Sag, so I'm like feeling it in all ways. In all ways. I'm also a weirdo and I cuss a lot, so if you don't like either of those things, you should probably go because it might be uncomfortable for you to watch me do a read or listen. I also have terrible camera quality, but I like this device. It's a piece of shit and I like it. Okay. Well, okay, let me just get into these messages, collective messages. I told you guys when I had I got a heavy surge of downloads this morning. I actually woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning and had some dreams, or I believe I was astral traveling. And I'm super grateful to even acknowledge because I'm like, oh, this is astral traveling, where I move around and I'm aware of what I'm doing in my sleep state. But then I wake up and I write them down, and it's like me being awake, but I'm not awake. I don't know, hard to explain. Maybe I'll get better at explaining it with more experience with it. And it started now that I've started this channel. So Spirit is coming through with the confirmations that speaking up is a good thing for me to do. Telling my stories, it's not telling my experiences, they're not stories. Telling my experiences is very positive for the collective. And if you are somebody with genuine experiences and genuine words to speak to the collective and you are somebody that is like an unconditional love type, where you see the good in people, you don't judge based on someone's material, superficial bullshit. We need more of us up here on the YouTube podium. I mean, there's so many people on these YouTube podiums, and there's a lot of fear mongering that happens, and I don't want this to be, I really don't want to come across as a fear mongerer, but some of my downloads they are anxiety inducing, and Spirit's like, do not hold them inside, Sonny. Do not hold them inside. And I'm like, I exercise, I make art, and ever since I started opening my throat chakra, they a lot of these angst, weird downloads that sometimes I internalize, and that's not good to do either. Unless I really feel like it is affecting me, which some of them are and very much are currently or in the past. But some of them are just collective messages that the collective is experiencing as well. And so I want to make a collective message today. Anyways, let me first and foremost call upon my exalted angels. That was actually in my I woke up at 3 a.m. because I don't know who or what it was, but I was told to look up the book of exalted angels. I'm embarrassed, I still haven't looked it up, but I wrote it down in my notes to look up the book of exalted angels. So I don't know if it's just talking about, I need to study, basically is what it's telling me. I need to study and dig deeper into my knowledge, because there is knowledge up here that needs to be shared, and it's been clouded, and it is now awakened. It is now awakened. I got into a car accident, hit my head pretty hard, and I actually think it did the opposite of concuss. I mean, I probably was concussed, but maybe it was a godsend. I think I needed that. I think I needed a knock on the head. I think I was a knucklehead. I think I needed a fucking clink clonk on the brain to snap me out of whatever illusion these fools had me sent into. Or myself. Hey, we gotta take accountability, right? I send myself into illusions many times. We all do. Let's take accountability. All right, guys. Exalted angel forces and masters, my trusted ancestors, please come through as I read for my collective that watches me. Thank you for coming back to Bird's Eye View. Mwah. I love you guys. Thank you. Putting up with my weirdness. People have their hands dirty. People got their hands dirty. Ooh-wee. And currently it is me with the soot on my hand, but I'll tell you what, it's not my hand that's dirty in the long run. It's not my hand that's dirty in the long run. All right, collective. I've been picking up on just envy, the spirit. I don't know if it's a spirit, just the vibration of envy. Not because I'm feeling it, because I feel it casted at me and my collective. And I wrote down, I initially wrote down a very envious, jealous feminine force, but I took a walk and thought about it. This could be masculine, feminine, they, them. Don't get too caught in the genders, guys. I don't want that to cause a hiccup in your confirmation. For me, I feel like it's mostly, actually, no, I don't know. I have a lot of jealous masculines that have come at me too, so I take it back. Yeah, this goes across the board. I don't care how you identify envy, okay? Envy, the meaning of envy in the biblical sense. So if I have heavy Bible thumpers that watch me, that think I'm a devil worshiper or some shit, because I have had experiences in my past that would confirm this as truth, which is hilarious because my name is Sunny. My name is Sun. My name is not Basement. My name is not Moon, okay? Envy in the Bible is sin of jealousy over blessings and achievement of others. Let that sink in. Yeah, I've been picking up on pretty much massive confusion and delusion from people with so much jealousy and envy in their hearts that it's causing massive disturbances. Luckily, we just had a new moon, the first of this month, and Aquarius is in Pluto. Pluto is direct, and that has helped with a lot of disturbances in the ethers are being like straightened out. So that's positive, very, very positive. Something I've been picking up from these jealous energies, though, is for some reason they are confused about what your goals are. They're confused about what is important to you. And examples of that are they think that having kids, being married, having status, wearing designer name brand stuff, having clout, social climbing, material objects, money, and superficiality, they think that all this stuff is very important to you. That's why there's been a lot of blockages, like with income. And again, I want to reiterate that we do have to take accountability for where we have hit faults. Let's not forget that is in this melting pot as well. Don't forget to take accountability where it's due. But there is a lot of evil eyes and envy eyes that think that this stuff is like highly important to my collective or the collective at hand, and I've been picking it up in the readings that I watch from other readers. They're picking this up heavy too. Nothing about those things screams unconditional love. Nothing about those things I just mentioned screams unconditional love, which is kind of what we need to exalt, for lack of a better word. This word exalting, I love it. Keep using it. What we need and what we must exalt to raise our vibration. Being stuck in these energies is some like sacrificial Hollywood-esque sketchy shit, if you ask me. And I have just things I wrote down because when I get on camera, I get kind of nervous. So let me just read some of this stuff, okay? So when you're vibrating at a high frequency, these things are not of massive importance. That's what I was just saying. And people who place massive importance on these things are almost looked down upon by Most High. It seems kind of extreme to say, but it's true. Shame, embarrassment, foolishness, in a literal sense, is what the warriors upstairs will look at when you place massive importance on basically just living. I mean, and not saying that everybody who has married and has kids is living a false life. Some people are stoked and are happy ass lives and don't project any of their negative ass energy onto the people they love and that are around them. And hell yeah, massive clap for them. Like, for real. Circle clap for those. Happy, definitely happy about that. We need more of those people too out here, because they are like representations of what is living in your highest self and coming in union with somebody and actually being happy and not exalting fear, jealousy, and envy on the people around you. But a lot of the times, what I notice in my personal experience is sometimes people like that do that, if that makes sense. Okay, so stay with me, guys. For some reason, people that have a lot of envy in their hearts do have the ability to pick up on like what would hinder our abilities. Okay, so that means like hindering our growth, hindering our actual like movements, like fucking with our cars, fucking with our growth, whether it be social media platforms, our cell phone calls, like anything like this, our money, things like this are happening, especially in the digital era. People with extra money that are in these unions where they can take a pentacle or two without their partner noticing, are spending it on bullshit. I'm picking up on this heavily. So if these messages aren't for you, I don't want to fearmonger. Please don't become paranoid. If you don't feel like this is for you, just watch your signs and stuff, okay? This is a collective message, though, for people that identify with what I'm saying. Things that people will do, vibrating on this low level of intelligence and envy, they'll do things like defame your character, creating absolute lies and false rumors. They'll stalk you, gang stalk you. Like, I don't know what it is about people on this level of intelligence where they believe lies that quickly, and then they get in groups. They squad up, and they fucking stalk you. Or they hire monitoring spirits if they do have it's spiritual warfare. And call me paranoid, call me whatever you want, but this is stuff that I've experienced in my growth, and as of late especially, and I've had to call it out and cancel them and tell them to go home, and it's working. So that's my confirmation for my own spiritual growth, my own spiritual journey. So if you feel like any of this is happening to you, I attempt you to do the same. Take a spiritual bath. Do anything that raises your vibration. Because these people, they triangulate, they indulge in the most toxic dynamics with friends, with family, with lovers. They have multiple lovers oftentimes, because oftentimes these people exhibit sociopathic tendencies, maybe even psychopathic tendencies, where they don't have remorse when they fuck with people's lives. They might even take it as far as to indulging in criminal acts, actually fucking with somebody's phone, actually fucking with somebody's life, because they are so upset about, why are they so obsessed with our lives, or your life? Why? Because of those reasons, because of marriage, kids, status, material objects, designer, clout, money, superficiality. That's like not marriage and having kids, but the rest of the things are very devil energy, if you ask me. I mean, it doesn't have to be. There's nothing wrong with being a friggin' swagged out. Whoa, confirmation. Yeah, nothing wrong with being a swagged out MFer in these streets. There's nothing wrong with it. I like being a swagged out, like I got my tats, I got my, I like to be, but I'm also a thrifter. I'm also a little bit like nifty in those ways, but it's because I've had to be also. And even if I had tons of money, I don't like to the point of where I felt like I was better than everybody. I don't even feel comfortable saying it, to be quite honest. I don't even feel comfortable saying it. Sorry, this is an intense message, guys. Yeah, let me just turn the page and keep going, okay? Stay with me, fam. Stay with me. These whatever that means. These jealous karmic people, okay, are very catty. Yeah, and honestly, don't lower your vibration to match theirs, please, because that will lower your vibration and that will lower your growth, and Most High will slap you in the face with karmic ass lessons. And they're not fun. Trust me, they're not fun. No. And they will take each other out eventually, because they're also catty and full of hate. Like, how much, like, we will hermit, like, we will, people that are on like a path up in their spiritual lessons and their spiritual growth will hermit and remove themselves from toxic dynamics and do what we got to do to learn our lessons, go through our karmic lesson, lick our wounds, and come out hopefully as a better version of ourselves. And not projecting any of that shit onto other people. Absolutely not. That is not what we do. That is what the false karmics do. And that is where they gain power. And if we react, we are giving them our power. So take your power back, reclaim that shit, write it on your mirror, write it on a whiteboard, whatever you got to do. Please. We need to take our power back from these weirdos. Okay? And they will take each other out. They're also catty and they're also evil towards us. Like, if we were to retreat and remove all communications, they would have nothing left but each other. And they will just take each other out. I mean, whatever that, I don't want to come off as aggressive when I say that. You know, they'll just, hopefully just exhaust themselves in all this bullshit. Yeah. So, and yeah, basically reiterating what I just said, I wrote, basically what that means is we still need to raise our own vibration and not allow strange manipulation, catty behavior to affect us. Ways to do that, okay? Ways to do that include cutting off toxic coping mechanisms, which is different for everybody. We all know in our heart what we need to work on. I know my shit. You probably know your shit. And if you don't know your shit, if you don't know in your heart of hearts, like what you need to work on as a human being, you may need to seek professional help. And you're definitely focusing too much on external forces. And I say that with love and compassion, like for real. Okay. Also, there is no limit of extent and extremity when it comes to lies these type of people create. Most of these energies have sociopathic tendencies, maybe even psychopathic tendencies. They experience zero remorse for attacking innocent people. They experience zero remorse for attacking innocent people. So do not give your power away. Do not try to balance the scales. Most High will do that. Just make sure you stay on your path to growth. Keep growing, because you doing that will kind of exacerbate that happening, if that makes sense. The energy will be exacerbated within that happening. Justice will come if you just stay on path, okay? All right. I wrote in big ass words, trauma. People become this way because of trauma. So that's why we need to also be compassionate in our heart space. When it comes to these people that are doing, I know that it's almost damn near impossible sometimes to look at it in a compassionate way. And sometimes that act of compassion is just creating a boundary for yourself and having self-love about it and letting things happen, letting, things fall as they may, taking a step back, removing yourself from the situation, because these people are dealing with trauma. These are children trapped in adult bodies. They throw tantrums, probably not in public, probably with just their beloved, like behind the scene, if they don't get their way. Like, these are people, they need to get their way. They need what they need what they want. They need what they want. It's not even a necessity. It's just wanting, needing, very vampiric. And even, I don't know if you've never noticed this, but even when some of these types of energies get what they want, you don't even see any excitement or celebration on their face or in their actions. It's almost like you can see their wheels turning onto the next thing that they want and need, even when they get what they want. It's like, God, when do they, geez. But, let's also not forget that some of these people are masters at acting and putting on a show. So some of them are very good at pretending like they're so grateful, pretending like they're like you. But we will see through. Trust. Okay, and then I have in big ass letters, gratitude, and then equals manifesting. And this is kind of a touchy subject for me, just because if you're attacked so much, we can only do so much if we're attacked relentlessly by people that know our power and just don't want to see us in our power. And they would love to see us fall from grace. They would love, and maybe we should just let them see. And then we'll climb back up and we'll do it all over again, because we butterfly and cocoon constantly, right? We're always turning our skins, turning the page. We have to. And this is how we show them that it's great to practice humility. This is actually a positive thing. And it's also possible to get back up on your own without stealing and lying. Without stealing and lying and causing crimes, potentially murder, identity theft, cyberbullying, sex trafficking. Sorry, trigger warning, guys, but like this is what some of the collective is experiencing. Theft, grand larceny, property theft, car theft. Diluted and manipulation tactics is in big ass words. Well, first, out of gratitude to manifest, we, as whatever you identify as, like, I don't like to be like, I am a god, I am a starseed, but I know I'm a little different. I do know this. If you identify as a starseed, as a Lemurian, as a Anunnaki, as a reincarnated god or god, whatever you identify as, please live up to those standards. First and foremost, okay, obviously, but let's make sure that's happening. Secondly, we manifest out of thin air, and so, like, first of all, let's keep our thoughts positive, please, as much as it's hard with all these weirdos out here casting bullshit at us. Yeah, blocking us will only make us stronger, and I think the people are starting to know this now. I think they're starting to notice. They're like, oh shit, we've created a fucking beautiful ass monster that's now talking. It's now talking. And let's take a deep dive into our own internal selves, okay? Because that's further reiterating what I just talked about. We're taking a deep dive into our own selves, because we have two options, guys. We have two options: growth or stooping down to their level. We can either grow and and start to live in what we identify as. If you identify as a starseed, you're gonna need to grow. And you've probably been through many karmic lessons too, and maybe you're still going through one, and there's no harm, no foul, no shame about it. I'm not here to shame anyone. I'm not here to tell you you're doing something wrong, unless you are being an evil ass person, then that is wrong. But if you're just a human being that makes mistakes, who isn't like that? We all do that. Nobody's fucking perfect. But if you're hurting other humans and trying to fuck up their life paths and being creepy and envious and trying to steal their stuff and grouping up together, like, that's coming out heavy in the collective. So that's what this message is mostly about, okay? And I don't want to make people paranoid or fearmonger either. So again, if this message isn't for you, if you're not experiencing these things, just wait until your sign comes up and then maybe watch that instead. Okay. So yeah, that basically just went over what I was saying. So I'm still learning. I am still healing. This does not stop. There's no such thing as fully healed. I don't care how many fake spiritualists are out here. There's a lot on YouTube. There's a lot of scams in the spiritual community. Don't fall to that, please. Don't fall to that. And if you are a awokened person, I highly doubt you would. And we can't worry about the haters. And how sad is it that when you exhibit compassion and love and you start living that and breathing it and speaking it, if people want to hate on it, take a step back and just look at how, ugly that is. Despite you speaking love and compassion, they still want to hate on it. That is pure evil. Let the haters hate. If they want to hate on that, that is pure evil. What, you're just speaking love and compassion and calling people out on their bullshit and speaking truth, and people want to hate on it? It's probably because they have something to hide, or because they don't want to look themselves in the mirror and face their own demons. Because we all have demons. We do. Okay? It's true. Alright guys, that kind of concludes my envy section. I also had some just collective messages on the side, okay? These are states that are popping up for me: Minnesota, Montana, Oregon, North Carolina, Tennessee, and Washington State. Cyberbullying, identity theft, life insurance policies, corrupt institutions and law, and people that work on cars and tamper with electrical. This could be tampering with even your utilities, like electrical if your utilities are mostly electrical stoves, electrical wash machine, dryers, it's all connected to apps, and your cars, people that fuck with electrical are important. And life insurance policies in general. Um, Also, ex-military that are corrupt and sell their services on the dark web are highly important. Also, the animal coyote popped up today for me, um, which is the meaning of coyotes is kind of they're a little bit, even though they're adorable. I love coyotes; they're so cute, but they're tricksters. They're cunning, and the meaning is cunning, greed, and gluttony, which also made me think of gluten. So maybe cut back on your gluten. I don't know. And then I saw a car today, guys. I saw a car today, guys and gals, they, themers. I saw a car today. It was a black Audi, like a hella nice black Audi, all murdered out, all black. Murdered out means all black, black windows, black everything. And the license plate said DRK, so dark, and then ENRGY. And hopefully this person put this. I'm not calling that out that person, but it just seemed weird. They had a black car and their license plate said dark energy. And inside the car, I mean, I was walking past, I was very close. I didn't walk up to the car. I'm not that weird, okay? But inside the car was a car seat for a child. So off that, I got that adults are teaching their children evil ass shit, whether it's like literal evil or if they're just like terrible influences. So we need to keep a lookout for our kids. I don't have any kids, okay? I don't have any kids, but just a side message. It seemed really weird to me. I was like, what the frick? And that kind of further reiterates people that are in the spiritual community that are false, that just want to get like a, I don't know, like a clickbait ass vibe from people and just get people drawn into their energetic field based on like words that they drop. Dark energy. Ooh, it's like, that's sketch. That's bad. We don't want a license plate that says dark energy. You realize you're moving around in a vehicle that says dark energy on it? With a child inside? I'm sorry, but no. No. Holy shit, guys. That's fucking sketchy as hell. Somebody doesn't want me to talk about this. Fucking sketch asses. My next thing I'm about to talk about, maybe it's the next thing I'm about to drop. Yeah, fuck you, Evil Eye. Return to sending ass weirdo. Yeah. That's what I thought. My death fucking Smoky Court just came out about it. The next thing I have written down, sorry guys, weird vibe come through just now. Return to Evil Eyes. Exalted Angel Force Masters. Make sure these people see the door. People or energy or forces. Make sure they see the door. Tell them to go home. Demon forces, go home. You know I'm not about to hang out with you all over again. Go home. ATM mishaps and or scams. I went to the ATM today and both my pins were inaccurate. I have not changed my pins. I know Black Friday just happened. Today's a Sunday, so I will be calling the banks and working that shit out. But there is a lot of ATM scams going on. So further reiterating the digital scamming that is happening. There's a lot of weird digital scam, and it's beyond the realm of what they think is possible. People are a little lower of intelligence, but there's a lot of things that are possible that I have experienced in my own life. I had an ATM eat my rent money once. I deposited a bunch of cash, and the ATM just like shut off. And it was like, sorry, not working anymore. And that was it. And I had to deal with the bank for like 2 months after that and finally got my money back after a hella long ass time. But yeah, guys, scams, heavy scamming going on in the collective. And a lot of it involves technology and the digital realm. So we need more digital forensic teams on this shit. If there's any digital forensic warriors watching me, do your job. Please help us. We need help out here. We need more people out here like us. Black Tourmaline about it. Evil forces, fuck off. All right, collective. Thank you for coming back to Bird's Eye View. I know that was kind of an intense, fast message. I'm already at 30 minutes, so I just wanted to get that out before I did Virgo's read. I don't want to drop this on Virgo. Virgo's messages have been kind of intense, so I just want to get that out. And clean up some, that wax, that hot wax though. This is I literally just bought this candle. It's an angel. Yeah. Angel Force Masters are pissed. They dropping hot wax on you bitches. Um, okay, Collective, if you like what you see, please like and subscribe. And I hope that none of this shit is affecting you too much. Keep your head up. Don't stoop to these levels that these idiots stoop to, okay? Much love.